Hello everyone. Now in this session, I will cover the next topic of DML operation, that is set operator. In the previous session we discussed we can use different operators like comparison operators, like operators, right? Now, in the where clause for matching the criteria, right? And to retrieve the selected rows from the table, right? So similarly, right, like other operators, we can use here set operators, right? I think student you are familiar with the set operator. In the previous semester already you have learned the set operators, right? So in the SQL family also, right, there is a provision of the set operator, those you can use to solve the different queries, right? So what are different operators available here, set operator available in this Oracle, that we can discuss here in detail, right, with examples in this session. So set operators are used to combine the results of two or more select statement, right? Right here, the set operators we can use to combine the results of two or more select statements. So here, this Venn diagram shows that, right? You can combine the result of query 1 and query 2, right? So here query 1 will be select query, for example, and also query 2 will be select query, right? So with the help of the set operator, you can combine the result of these two queries, right? So what are these operators available here in the Oracle 11G? Union operator is there, union all operator is there, intersect operator is there, and minus operator is there, right? So we will discuss here how we can use these operators in the select queries, right? So here the union set operator returns the result of both the queries, right? You know, these operators, right? So the use of these operator is same as the other subjects, right? Only here with respect to queries we are discussing the set operators, right? So however, if there are any duplicates, they are removed and the duplicate records is listed only once in the result of the query using the union set operator, right? So union operator results uh, returns the result of both the queries, right? If you are writing the two queries, select queries, and you are joining these queries with the help of union operator, it will return the result of both the queries, right? If you want, right, in the union operator, you know that it avoids the duplicates, right? But if you want duplicate values also, then you can use here union all operator, right? So you can join the result of two select query with the help of union all operator, and this includes the duplicates in the result, right? So that is only the difference between union and union all here. You know the use of intersect operator. The intersect operator is same here also, right? So intersect lists only record that are written by both the queries. Those are combined in both the queries here. So that I will explain with example in the next slides, right? And the minus operator is the set operator removes the second query result from the output if they are also found in the first query result, right? You know also the use of minus operator. Again, the use of this operator is same as the other subjects, right? So here we will discuss how we can use these operators in the select queries, right? Before that, I want to ask you one questions, some questions here, right? Yes, here these are the some questions related to this topic. Which set operator does the following figure indicate? If I am showing you this figure, right? So which is this set operator, right? So if there are these four set operators, union, union, all, intersect, and minus. So this Venn diagram shows which set operator here. The answer is union all, because union all operation do not avoid the duplicate. It display all the values of the query 1 along with all the values of query 2 and including duplicate values, right? So this Venn diagram is for the union all operator, right? Here again, if I ask you this question, here is the question: which set operator does the following figure indicate? So here this following in this figure, the yellow portion indicates the intersect operation, right? So definitely the answer will be here intersect, right? And it returns only the rows that occur in both the queries, right? If my query A is returning this first result and the second result is written by the B query, right? But here the intersect operator will retrieve only this yellow portion. Those are common in both the query, right? I hope student you are clear with this. And also you might be knowing that it's sorting this result say it's sorting them and removing the duplicates. Intersect returns only the rows those that occur in both the queries result sets and sorting them and removing the duplicates here. Then again, here is my question: which set operator does the following figure indicate? Right. So here LO is the portion that is written by the query. So what is this operation? So it is definitely minus operation. Right. So minus operation returns only the rows in the first result. My first result is LO portion A here. First result set that do not appear in the second result set. If you observe, this is shows the second query result is minus or removed from this query, right? So this only LO portion will give you the output of the query A, and that is not exists in the query B, right? So this is my minus operation, right? So it returns the rows in the first result set and do not appear in the second result set, sorting them and also removing the duplicates same as the other here, right? So I hope student you are clear with all these set operations. Now with the example, I want to explain you here how you can use these operators in this select query, right? So here we can discuss with the our second assignment. In the second assignment, you know, there are different queries that you have to solve using the DML operations, right? Here my second problem statement is what? Second assignment problem statement. We solve the queries for the banking application, right? First, create all these tables by assuming the appropriate constraint like primary key, foreign key, and check constraint, right? And after creating this table and inserting suitable data, right, you can solve different queries, DML operations here, right? So what are these queries? So there are total 70 queries that we have already discussed in the lab session, right? So out of these 17 queries, some queries are based on the set operator that I want to discuss with you here. So what are these queries? So here query number 7, query number 6, and query number 5, right? So 5, 6, 7, these are the three queries in this list, right? Those are based on the set operators, right? So we will see here, we will discuss how you can solve these queries here, right? So first, before that, I want to just revise here what is our database schema given for the problem statement. So you know that these are the tables given in the problem statement. Account table is there, then branch table, customer table, depositor, loan, and borrower, right? So you know that student what fields are there, primary key and foreign key, that already we have covered in the lab session, right? So here my customer table is the parent table, then branch table is the parent table, then account, depositor, loan, and borrower, these are the child tables, right? So here, before going to solve any query, you need to identify which table will give you the result, right? Means which table will provide you the information that you want in the query, right? So here, my query is, if you assume this suitable data, right? Assume here which tables are there. First, before that, I want to read here query. Find all the customers who have an account or loan or both at the bank. Right? My query says here, find all customers who have an account or loan or both at the bank. This is the example of union query, right? If you observe here, my query says what? Display of the details of all the customer who have an saving account in the bank, who have loan account also, and both the account in the bank, right? So here this is the example of union query, because or is there either account also and loan also or both also we want here in the result, right? Second query, if you observe here, find all the customers who have both account and loan at the bank. Now instead of or, here we are using and. So it indicates what? I want to display here all the customers who have both the accounts, saving account also and loan account also, right? So I want to display the customers who have both the account, loan and saving accounts. And that's why this is the example of intersection, right? So my query A will return here the customer who will have saving account. Query B will return the customer who have loan account. But we want those are having both. So my intersection of both the query will return the result of my this question, right? My query, right? Here in the third query, find all customer who have account but no loan at the bank, right? But no loan at the bank. So this is the example of minus operator, right? So this query, again, we can write two different queries. First query will return the customers who will return the account details of the customer, right? Those are having the account in the bank. And second query will return those are having loan account in the bank. But we don't want loan account customers, right? So here we can use the minus operator to reduce or to minus the customer who are having the loan account in the bank, right? So let us discuss, student, here the solution of this. I hope you are clear with the problem statement here. So um, in my database, these are the 6 relations given. Now, if you want to solve these queries, many students confuse here which table will give you the data, right? So many students think that yes, customer table is required, but here customer table is not required. If you observe which two tables are there which are giving you the information about the depositor and borrower of the bank, right? So there are two tables. These are the relationship sets, right? Depositor and borrower. These are the relationship set which gives the information about the customer. Those are having saving account and also those are having loan account in the bank. So definitely we need here depositor relation and borrower relation, right? So see, student, how we can do. And also you can remember here in the depositor relation there are two fields, customer name and account number. In the borrower relation there are two fields, customer name and loan number, right? So we'll see here solution. So here my first table is depositor with the two fields, customer name. Here this database, this problem statement actually we have taken from the Ivan Beres book, right? So these are the field names and table name given in that book only, and as it is we are referring here. So instead of customer ID, customer name they have given as a primary key, right? So customer name and my account number. These are the two fields. Which fields are there? That is customer name and account number, right? And in borrower, customer name and loan number. So another table is there, borrower, right, with the customer name and loan number. Again, student, here when we want to join two different table, always you need to think about the common field. So if you observe, there is a customer name which is common in both the table. Now I want to retrieve data from both the table. I want information about depositor customer and also borrower customers, right? So definitely one field should be common here. So my common field is customer name here, right? So assume there are some records in these two tables. So in depositor table, two fields are there, that is customer name and account number. Then in borrower table, also two fields are there, that is a customer name and loan number. So assume this customer is C1, C2, C3 and C4. In account table, account number is assume A1, A2, A3, A4, right? In borrower also some customers are there, assume C3, then C2, C5. These are the three customers in the borrower table with the loan number, account number, that is L1, L2 and L3, right? So if you want to retrieve all the customers, right, those are having both depositor in the bank, borrower in the bank, or both in the bank, right? So with the help of here select query and union operators, you can solve this query. So what will be the solution of this query? Select customer name from depositor. So definitely the customer, those are mentioned in the depositor table, are having saving account in the bank, right? So I want to join this result with the second query, that is borrower, right? So how I will join? With the help of union operator. So union operator will join the result of both the query. My second query will be select customer name from borrower, right? So here is the solution of the query. So this query will return you can use this union operator like this. In continuation also you can write this query, right? And the result of this query will be, right? If in my example, how many customers are there? Those are having both the accounts. So the result will be C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5, right? So my result will be C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5, right? So C1, C2, C3 are C4 are having account in the bank. Then C3, C4, C5 are having loan account in the bank. But out of this, C3 and C2 are having both in the bank, right? So this is the result of my query. Now similarly, the solution of the second query. My second query is what? Here, if you see the second query, that is sixth query in my problem statement. Find all customers who have both the account and loan account at the bank, right? I want to display all the customers, those are having saving account as well as loan account in the bank. So which operator is will solve my query? That is intersect operator. So we'll see here the solution of this query. The solution will be select customer name. The solution is very simple, student. Only you should be familiar with the set operator here. Select customer name from depositor. Now instead of union operator, I will use here intersect, right? And here, my SQL language is not a case sensitive. I am writing here capital, small, everything is same, right? So select customer name from depositor, intersect. My second query will be select customer name from borrower. So result of this query will be, the customers, those are having both the accounts. So in my example, C3 and C2 customer, right? C3 and C2 both are appearing in both the tables, right? So that is the intersection of my depositor and borrower table, right? So in the result, it will display what? C3 and C4 customer. I hope, student, you are clear with this solution. Now, one more query that we can solve here in the problem statement using this set operator, that is find all customers who have account but no loan at the bank. So I want to display only the customer, those are having account, means saving account but no loan account, right? So what will be the solution of this query? Select customer name from depositor minus. Now instead of intersect, only use the minus operator here. Minus select customer name from borrower. You can see, student, the solution is very simple. So what this query will do, it will select all the customers from the depositor table, right? So which customers are there in the depositor table? C1, C2, C3, C4. But which are there in the borrower also? C2 and C3. So my query will minus these two from the table, right? My query will minus C2 and C3 from the table, and my result of this query will be what? C1 and C4. Right? The result of this query will return only two customers C1 and C4, which is having only the saving account, and subtracting C3 and C2 because it is also having loan account in the bank. I hope student you are clear with this. Thank you.